universe, thank you for joining me and allowing me to borrow your energy and your time just for a moment. Listen, are y'all okay? Y'all good? Because I have been dealing with the grief that's been going on, sending love and positive energy to the family of the 13 soldiers who's lost their lives. Thankful for the rest that made it back home. Also, sending love and prayers to everyone who's dealing with COVID directly and indirectly. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there. Grief grief is difficult, And a lot of times we are in a position where we have to move on before we're ready. They say it takes time, but what is that time? What is the grief period, quote unquote, Some people it takes a little bit longer. And when I say grief is dealing with a loss or change. Let me be clear though. Grief is not only when you lose someone. That is an example of grieving. But grief can come from a loss or sorrow from a divorce, anything that causes a big change, a loss of a friend. We grieve many things, and we're so set on what we are allowed or feel like we're allowed to grieve on. No one can tell you how long it takes you to grieve a loss or whatever it is, because something that requires a change, a big change in your life. Losing someone, a big change in your life, in your routine. People grieve in different ways. Sometimes it takes years, especially if you've been with that person or being around that person day to day or every day of your life. It's an adjustment. Grief is an adjustment. It adjusts, you have to adjust how you are socially. Grief just doesn't hit you physically, it hits you mentally, emotionally, you know. So I just want y'all to allow yourselves to grieve as you need to and to grieve what is necessary. Now, don't sit there. I'm not saying to sit in your sorrow. I'm not saying to sit in your grief, but to allow yourself time. So if someone dies in your family, your job may give you a day maybe or 2 days. I don't know how that works, but grief isn't necessarily over by the weekend. So you have to allow yourself time in your day to day to find ways to let those emotions out, to deal with it. I write. I'm good at wanting to write out what I think and what I feel. I made it, and it doesn't go anywhere. I may address it to me, but to get my feelings out, I may write a letter. So find ways to deal with things. You can't keep those things in. You just cannot. And grief is something that can hold you. It can hold you. So I just want y'all to remember, allow yourself to grieve and to be able to grieve the things that causes you sorrow, whatever that may be. Anyway, I just want to stop in. Quick message for y'all today. I hope y'all are keeping y'all energy up. If y'all have to meditate, journal, I will say this all the time because self-care is how you figure all these things out. I'm big on that. I'm always going to say that. Now, I'm saying that to say this. I can't tell you anything. But if something resonates with you, take that with you.